Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial, and today I'll be showing you guys how to add custom cosmetics, but in like a newer update. Like the update I'm going to be using is Rainy Day 2022. So the update has like holdable buttons, but the cosmetic doesn't go on your arm, it just goes in your hand. But some people want to know how to add holdables instead of like Mountain Beta where it's in badges but it'll have holdables. So I'll be showing you guys how to do custom cosmetics in like newer updates like Rainy 2022. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is get like any cosmetic from like Sketchfab, or you can make it. I got this forest fire stick right here. So this is the cosmetic I want to do right here. This tutorial is really going to be on how to do holdables, but it's like the same way with everything else, like hats and badges, it's like the same way. Alright, so in this tutorial you want to make sure you have your PlayFab and Photon all set up and all that set up, and if you don't know how to set it up, then you can watch a random video on like YouTube. So first we're just gonna hop right into it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do the wardrobe. It's probably the most time consuming, but the way I do it, way faster. So let's get right into it. So you just want to go right up to like the first one and click on a random cosmetic. Go here, just turn them all off, which you can do by clicking on the first one, holding down shift, and then clicking on the other one. Turn them off, and then what you want to do next is drag your cosmetic in the head model. It'll spawn like really far. Then what you want to do is just put it where you want it, like, you know, drag it where you want it so it's in the place, and this is where it's going to spawn in. And so after you have your cosmetic where you want it, you're going to go to that cosmetic, rename it to whatever you want. I'm just going to do Fire S, and then you want to put a dot. If you don't do the dot, it's probably not going to work, but make sure to add the dot. But I don't think you have to add the dot in the wardrobe. I'm just doing it just in case. Then you want to unpack your prefab if it's still packed. And then you want to go to the cosmetic, go to transform, copy, component. This is just to make the process faster. So then you want to duplicate your stick, drag it down into the next one, and then you just want to go ahead and paste the component, and it will move exactly where you have it, but in the other headstand. And then you can just do that for all the other ones. Copy, duplicate, paste, and then do it again to the next one. And then they're all in the right models. After that, you want to go here, turn these back on. And then the next thing we're going to do is make the cosmetic actually manage with the wardrobe. So you want to go here to like head model left, click it. You'll see the script right here. Just drag your cosmetic into the cosmetics thing, and then drag the cosmetic down in holdable, and then you can close the first one, and then just repeat that step with all the other ones. Click on the thing, drag your cosmetic in, and then drag it in holdable, close it, click on head model right, drag your cosmetic in, put it in holdable, close it, click on it, drag it in, put it in holdable, and close it. Now if your thing had numbers on the end like mine did, just search it up, go to the like last three or whatever ones have numbers, rename them just so they don't, because they all need to match the same name. After that, you're done with the first wardrobe, then you gotta move on to the city wardrobe. The city wardrobe, it's really just the same process. You just want to come here, drag the cosmetic out into head model, you might still have the transform saved, so you can just go ahead and paste the same transform in from the other head model, and it will go right into the same place. Unpack your prefab, name it, but your other ones were named, and then duplicate it, drag it in the other one, and just repeat the same process from the first one with the rest of these head models. Before, make sure these don't have numbers at the end, and then go ahead and complete the same process of clicking the head model, dragging the cosmetic in, then drag it in, and whatever it is, whole little face, badge, hat, it doesn't matter, whatever the cosmetic is. And then close it, and then repeat the same step over until you finish. Now, for if you want to make the cosmetic buyable, you have to do it to this one too. It's the same step as those, but it's only one. So you just come here, drag it out, and then paste in your component value, unpack, rename it, click head model, drag it in cosmetics, and then drag it into holdable, close, close, and then that's all set up. So you have a mountains wardrobe. I'm not going to do it in this one, but you can go ahead and add it in here if you want to. It's the same process, but I'm not going to do it for the sake of this video. Okay, now that you finished all your wardrobes, now I'm going to teach you how to make the cosmetic like pop up on the monkey. So like when you enable it, it'll show up on the monkey. Alright, so what you want to do is click on the monkey, open shoulder L, your upper arm, open it, open your forearm, open hand, and then open your palm. You'll see all the cosmetics right here pop up. And then what you want to do is drag your cosmetic out. And then it may or may not spawn in the right hand. It may just spawn perfectly in place, but ours didn't, so we're going to have to move it to the hand that it's supposed to be on. Just put it in place, make it look right. Alright, so after you get it in the place that you want it, it doesn't have to be perfect, but after you get it in the place, just want to go to your cosmetic. And then for holdables, they have to have like a dot at the end, otherwise they won't work, and they have to have like what hand it's on. So what you'll want to do is go to your cosmetic, name it what it was, fire S, and then you want to put what hand it is, left, and then put a dot. And then go ahead and unpack your prefab. And then scroll up until you find the actual gorilla. Open your VR rig script. Go down to cosmetics. Go to your cosmetic. Drag it into cosmetics. And then make sure to turn it off. Now you're going to have to do the same thing on your shoulder R. So open it up. Open your upper arm, your forearm. Open your hand. And then open your palm, 0.01.R, and then redo the same thing you just did on your other hand, but over here. Alright, so after you get it in the place you want it, you're just going to do the same thing as the other hand. Put your name, and then instead of left, you'll put right, and then put a dot. And then unpack your prefab, and then go back up to the actual gorilla. Go down to cosmetics, and then put your right fire stick or whatever cosmetic it is in there. And then turn it off. And then you're done with the client-sided part. Now we have to redo everything to make it server-sided so other people can see it. So what you'll do is go into your asset search bar, type in Gorilla Player, and it should pop up right here as Gorilla Player Actual. Double click it. It should open this. Then what you want to do is find your shoulders, open your shoulder L, open your upper arm, your forearm, your hand, and then open your palm. And then you just want to redo the same thing you just did, but in this hand. And after you get in the place you want, just gonna rename it. You're gonna do whatever your name is, and then do left, and then dot. Then you're gonna scroll all the way to the top, find your Gorilla Player Actual, open your VR rig script, scroll down until you find cosmetics, and then you're gonna drag your cosmetic in there. Make sure to unprefab it, and then you're just gonna turn it off, and then do the same thing on your other hand. Open your shoulder right, open your upper arm, open your forearm, open your hand R, open your palm, drag the cosmetic out, and then you're just gonna put it where you want it. Okay, after you have it in place, do the same thing. Put your name, then put right, and then put a dot. Unpack, scroll all the way up, click Gorilla Player Actual, scroll down to cosmetics, drag your cosmetic in, and then turn it off. And then you're done with your server-sided. So what you want to do is just click scenes and then click save. That was majority of the hard part. Now we're going to do like the PlayFab stuff and the scripting stuff, which is really easy if you pay attention. So I just want to tell you guys real quick, if you're making a holdable or really any cosmetic, for the wardrobe, you're actually not supposed to put a dot at the end. So get rid of the dot on any of the wardrobe stuff. Now what you want to do is go to your PlayFab, go to economy, go to catalogs, go to your DLC, and then up here you'll see something that says new item. Click it, and then the item ID, you'll just type in your name, and then put a dot, and then for your display name, you'll just do the name but without a dot. Now if you want to make this public so where other people can buy it, you'll go down here to currency, select one, select shiny rocks, put the price you want. I'm gonna do 2,000, and then what you want to do is click save item. Now you're done with PlayFab, so go back to your project, go into your asset search, type in Gorilla Game Manager, open that script up all the way down. It depends what update you're in, is depending on where this is, and you want to go out and put your thing after this ID right here, LFAAD. You want to put a dot and then type in your cosmetic name so it looks like this, and then save the script and then go back to your project. After your thing compiles, what you want to do next is go up here to your photon manager, open it, go to cosmetic controller, go to all cosmetics, open that, scroll down to the way bottom, click on the plus, open it. For your item name, what you want to do is do the name of your cosmetic and then put a dot, and then for your display name, do the name of your cosmetic without a dot. And then for item slot, you're just going to put in whatever slot it's in. So we're doing holdables, so we will just put hand in all lower cases. And then for item picture, you can do whatever. I'm just going to change it to some random photo in here. you could take a screenshot and do whatever. I'm just gonna do some random photo. Do not add a cost, by the way. Keep it as 0 and do not mess with anything else. Alright, so that was really all for like the cosmetic. It works now, but if you want to, instead of like, if you want to make it buyable, let me show you how to do that. So in the older updates, like Mountain Beta and stuff, you used to be able to just, search up cosmetic stand and it would have popped up, and then you could drag it out. But in these updates, you can't do that. You have to like duplicate a whole entire stand from here, and I'm gonna show you how to do that so it all works perfectly. So what you want to do is click on a button of any of these. I'm gonna click on the first one, and then you want to duplicate the thing that says, wait, no. After you click on the button, you'll see these text. You just want to click on gizmos up here, and then you want to click on the text, and then hold down control and click on the other one, and then you want to drag them up in your hierarchy until you find the cosmetic rain shawl, and you want to put them in there. Then what you want to do is click on rain shawl, and then control D, and then it will duplicate, and then you want to open it up, go to the button, go to the mesh, type in cube because it's a combined mesh, so we need to change it to a normal one, and then drag the rain shawl out here. And then if you want like a stand for it to stand on, find cylinder, turn it on, and then go to head model, and then turn the mesh renderer on, and then you have a cosmetic stand. You can put it where you want it. I'm just going to leave it here for now. And then what you want to do is click on the rain shawl, name it whatever you want. I'm going to just name it Fire Stick. Also, do not change this layer, otherwise the button will not work, so make sure it says Gorilla Interactable. But what you want to do is scroll down to Cosmetic Stand, find where it says this cosmetic name, change it to whatever your cosmetic name was. So I'm going to do Fire S. And then if you want, just, put the cosmetic wherever you want it to be on here. I'm just going to put it next to it for now, because, it doesn't really matter. It's just a tutorial. So I'm just going to put it like right there. I would prefer dragging that cosmetic into that head model too, so it loads in with city and stuff. So when I would disable it, it would disable with it. Next you want to do is scroll all the way back up, open your photon manager, go back to cosmetic controller, close that if it's open, find where it says cosmetic stands, and you're just going to scroll down to your new one and drag it in there. And then if you go in playtest, you see we're in playtest now. And if we go into our city map, oh, and we can't see anything. But if we go into our city map, we'll see the cosmetic right here. It's working already. If we test press, and then if we come over here, test press, I've already bought it. Go on to holdable, it pops up. As you can tell, the cosmetic does work. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you guys have a really good day. And that's all. Make sure to join the Discord, by the way, and yeah, see ya.